During the time the food shortage in the senior high schools was at its peak, if I may say, we heard from parents, we heard from stakeholders who say, look, can you just review the whole program? Okay, because this is also bringing so much burden to government, having to pay for literally everything for students in public senior high schools in the country. And they say, look, you've done well, you've shouldered it for some time, but we think that you should open the policy up for review. It's been how many years already? And ideally, you would want to see some assessments being done, you know, identifying what the shortfalls are, and, you know, why are we hesitant in reviewing the free senior high school program?
You see, if you sit where I sit, you are in charge and you know the challenges, you know the root causes. If you sit where you sit, you look outside in, and you see also the challenges that are there. But we will come to different conclusions looking at the challenges, by the same challenges that we are looking at. You see, if I look at budget allocations and releases, and I see that there's no money, it's a different story from when you have a cash flow issue. There's a difference between wealth, money, and cash flow. You may have money sitting here. If it doesn't come in a timely fashion, it can give you a headache. It doesn't mean you don't have money. But if you don't have money at all, you make certain kind of decisions. So when people are saying, stop, let's look at this, I'm looking at it and saying, you know what? Money will come. And as I said, 290 million was released to me to take care of supplies.
But while we wait for that money to come, there are a lot of students who complain about how difficult it is for them. Some talking about having to eat one ladle of rice a day. Some saying the food is inadequate. We are not being served proper portions. So, I mean, Doc, and admittedly, reviewing a program doesn't necessarily mean that it is in crisis or it is wrong. It's just a proper thing to do after implementing something for so long. It's a novelty. I mean, we had never had anything like this. There were those who were advocating a progressive system, but your government thought otherwise and said, no, we can do it instantly. And you did it. There have been concerns. Parents have spoken. We've heard from some of the students. Why does it appear that there's such a resistance to reviewing the policy?
I don't know what resistance most of you talk about. I say I have a set of facts that you don't have. If I have a crisis today, I walk into the president's office. President says, Finance Minister, find the Education Minister money. That's a conversation between me, the President, and Finance Minister. You are not privy to that. So whilst you are advocating that, why don't you do this? I know that money is coming in 3 days, right? Money is coming in 2 weeks. Consequently, because you are not privy to that, and I can announce to you, you are going to come to a different conclusion from the conclusion I will come to.
But
so the 290 million that got released, the money has come.
Yes.
So you were not privy to the fact that the money was coming. So I can understand why.
But there's been so much fluctuation in the system. So if it was a problem that, you know, occurred and didn't happen again, then you could say, okay, fine. But it appears to come and go, and it appears to be on an ending cycle.
There will be an end.
When?
And I can assure you, the allotment is coming this year. You see a different Ministry of Education, different buffer stock. We'll put an end to the shortages. I know what I'm talking about. And you can come back here 3 months and review with me this statement.
I don't want to sound pessimistic, but when you look at the general economy and where we find ourselves, is that to suggest that the Ministry of Education is having a different experience than what the entire nation is experiencing, and where will you get the support?
I'll tell you yes, because of the priority that this president has placed on education. When I tell you that about 70 school facilities are under construction now, 10 colleges, technical colleges are under construction in this crisis.